Darkness.
Lead me into everlasting darkness.
Do you think this is what the inside of Trixie's butthole looked like?
Trixie remained frozen as Bonnie began to start playing, but suddenly she felt the beginning of something beginning to start inside her. What? Trixie glanced around the room, but then Bonnie picked her up and brought her over to the circle of other toys. Playtime! As Bonnie continued the play, the pressure inside Trixie continued to increase, and then the real contractions started. Do you guys remember, speaking of that story, Ryan, did that give you an erection?
No! If anything, I think I felt part of my manhood just fucking evaporate.
Like a placard in a Walgreens. But yes, folks, we have returned at long last for another playthrough here on the Unversed cast of one of the greatest games of all time, the Toy Story 2 tie-in game for 5th generation consoles. And today, as you can tell by the filters on the video, we are playing the PlayStation 4 upscaled port, emulation, whatever the hell you want to call it, that is backwards compatible with PlayStation 5. And King was very disappointed when he learned that he would not be playing, so I decided to be gracious and let him play it for the show, because he loves this game.
It's Traveler Tales.
I love this game.
Yeah. And speaking of Traveler's Tales, I have a question I'd like to field to you gentlemen. Is this the best game they ever made?
Yes.
Maybe? I don't know. I mean, I've only ever played Sonic 3D Blast and this and maybe something else.
They also made Sonic R.
Oh, well, I did not like Sonic R.
The Bugs Life game.
Never played it.
It has the same engine as this game.
Ah.
Is there a way to turn off that filter?
I don't know. Hold on, let me see.
Hit yeah, there you go. You go to settings. Yes.
Retro Classic.
Oh, this is a janky menu. I guess it's default, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, you could probably leave that. It's probably the proper aspect ratio. There we go. That's better.
That looks good. Yeah.
Yeah.
For future Michael reference, I have to... if I don't turn this down on my end, it is going to bleed through my mic, so that will happen here.
All right, that's acceptable. I can bump it up in post.
So, fun fact about little old me is that, when I was just a little baby boy, I didn't have a PS1. I had a Nintendo 64.
I always like the options screen.
Look at him go!
I mean, there's really nothing to do in here, but it looks cool. Look, it's an Etch-a-Sketch.
It does.
Fun fact, the reason that they move like that how they roll around, is because that's a redress of the options menu from the Bugs Life game, where they have the little pill bugs rolling up and down.
Make sure that I'm not using yeah, okay.
That Buzz Lightyear icon, I love that.
I think this should be a fresh save.
Yeah. And it should be...
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Hey!
So you had the Nintendo 64 version of this game as well, Ryan.
I did. That's what I originally played this on.
I see that you're a man of culture as well.
See, because I remember hearing the PS1 music for this, and I was just being blown away by how different it sounded.
Yeah.
And also that the PS1 version had the FMVs for the movie, like this. Oh my god, that sound quality though.
Yeah, the FMV is... I've played most of the versions of this recently because I'm working on a video. And I still need to figure out how to record the Mac version, which still hasn't shipped to my house yet.
Does this get struck on YouTube?
I will make sure that it doesn't.
I feel like if Buzz is about to ask for a boneless pizza. This kind of audio, Jesus.
I'm gonna cut in the commercial of Roger Craig Smith for Domino's.
Introducing Pizza Hut's new Ultimate Stuffed Crust Pizza. With tons of toppings and cheese baked right into the crust, it's unlike anything you've ever seen.
For Domino's.
Introducing Pizza Hut's.
Yes, but the FMVs are like, I think they're 216p, and they're like 15 frames per second with 8-bit audio, and that's why they sound so bad.
Oops. You have to press the trackpad to like actually pause the game.
Huh. You might be able to change that in the settings. I've never tried the PS4.
Well, no, because the start opens the emulator start menu. I don't know. It's not like it matters to me. I just wanted to get used to that.
But, okay, because in the N64 version, this does not play this music. It plays like a version of You Got a Friend in Me.
That's the only version that does that.
Really? That's so crazy!
And the interesting thing is that this song is in the N64 version as the credits theme.
What?
Whereas the CD-based versions of this game have a bespoke credits theme.
Huh.
Yeah.
Bespoke post?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Is it oversensitive?
This is a sensitive control stick.
Yeah. But personally, I've always thought that You Got a Friend in Me fit this level just fine.
Yeah, I did too.
It's the house.
I can't listen to anything else because it sounds cursed.
Okay.
Oh, are you gonna fight the robot?
Yeah.
Buzz, over here!
Buzz, what are you blushing? I'm just talking about me one-eyed monster.
I wonder if I can do this.
Oh my god. Pyro!
Look at that. You don't even have to push the block.
Fuck yeah, look at that speedrun track. Go, Buzz, go!
I have to remember that when I
God.
play this for the 15th time for the video. Yeah. But this looks like proper HD, right?
What?
Did they up-res this? I can't tell from Discord.
I think it's like some kind of upscaling. Yeah.
Because this doesn't look like... Because I know like on the PS5 menu, they put like a shitty AI upscaled picture of Woody and Buzz.
Mm-hmm.
I hope this isn't AI upscaled, like the cutscenes in Sonic Colors Ultimate.
I think it is AI upscaled.
Whoa. That was weird.
I guess I'll have to take a look at the footage in post. But
I mean, look at the way how, like, I don't know if that's like a PS1 thing, but look at the walls.
Yeah, that's a level of detail thing. It looks different from the other versions, but they all have something like that.
Also, the health meter looks a bit weird, too.
It's squished, and the reason for that is it's the same graphics as the N64 version, but the PS1 version runs at 512 by 240, so when you put in... So it's an anamorphic aspect ratio, so it gets squished inwards.
So is this game, like, made for N64 first?
It was made for PS1, and then... So, like, the original development team, including John Burton, worked on this up for PS1, optimized it for that, and they basically handed it over to, like, I think someone... Oh my god, the menu did something weird. That looks like AI upscale.
No, it did that when the robot was talking, too.
Yeah, that looks like AI stuff. And I forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, it was made for PS1 first, and then I want to say someone told me that the Dreamcast version was ported by one person.
Wow.
And it feels like it because that version sucks.
Oh.
It has some cool it has higher quality FMVs, but the actual theatrical soundtrack, because like when you listen to the FMVs in this game, considering the game was developed alongside the movie, which itself was heavily rushed, to the point that a child almost died in the backseat of a car because of it.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, like the movie, there was a different plot originally, or different script, and they got far along towards an original due date on that one when they realized it wasn't working. So they scrapped the movie and remade it. And the date wasn't pushed up to compensate.
You're gonna have to forgive me, by the way. There's some weird shit on the analog stick in this version.
Can you control it with the D-pad?
I can, but I'm just gonna do that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be better than that.
But the movie was rushed, so I imagine that when the came time for the FMVs, those probably had to be prepared ahead of time. So they probably had most of those scenes done, but they didn't have the music finalized. So in the FMVs for the PlayStation and PC versions, it's using placeholder music, which I could notice immediately because I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid, my mom's van had a DVD player in it, and we would watch movies in that.
Yeah.
And
this fucking song, bro.
Yeah, this sounds very different from the N64 one, which I still prefer.
What are you doing? What is this?
He's trying to jump on the car, but he's having trouble because of D-pad or bad analog.
Yeah, it feels really weird. It's gonna take me a few levels to adjust.
What the fuck? I did not know you can do that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, I did not know that. I have to get footage of it.
So is Traveler's Tales also the people who did the Lego Star Wars games?
Yes, they are. I wanted to mention that. So that's kind of I think most people would probably agree that this or Bug's Life is probably their best pre-Lego game. I don't know.
God, I hate their new logo. What the fuck? I hate it.
Yeah, well, I want to say they changed that in 2008, because I remember seeing something like that in one of the Lego Star Wars Complete Saga for DS, which had weird 2D cutscenes. But
they made a game in 1993 for the Amiga and Sega Genesis and Sega CD. It's called Pugsy.
Oh, I've heard of Pugsy. I've never seen it, but I've heard that name before.
Let's see. Oh, they did Toy Story for the Genesis and Super Nintendo.
Yes. Which...
I see.
If you want to torture me for once, Ryan, make me play that for the show. Because that game is hard as balls.
Oh, they also did Crash Twinsanity.
Yes.
Okay. You know what? Crash Twinsanity, it's either that or this. My favorite Traveler's Tales.
Well, they also made Wrath of Cortex, so just remember that.
I like Twinsanity more, so...
Well, obviously, yes. I'm just saying that their track record has been all over the place, but...
Dude, they made the Chronicles of Narnia video games!
Oh, they did? Huh.
F1 Grand Prix. Now I'm just looking at this shit. Hang on. Super Monkey Ball Adventure? Oh, yo, that's a
Super Monkey Ball Adventure.
Woo! Okay.
What a game.
Dude, they made Finding Nemo! Oh my god, they made Haven! I know that game.
The Finding Nemo game, which sucks.
Weakest Link?
Maybe I should do passive.
Yeah, I recommend the passive camera. It's easier to control. But it's inverted is the only thing. You can't
that's why. 'Cause the triggers are different. That's why I changed it, because I was like, I guess it just doesn't work. No,
now,
the triggers
Exo.
are different.
Yes.
I remember some time ago, and maybe this is maybe I'm remembering this wrong. I don't know, but I remember you played through this on you played through this with your brother at one point, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the Zebros.
Yes.
Is this correct?
Yes, we did that.
If I remember correctly, I think you were talking about how Tim Allen's voice is deeper in one of these versions for a reason.
I've learned more about that since then.
Please enlighten me.
So the PlayStation version was the original. I'll be going over this in the video. And evidently, I've been told this by the person who made the PC patch. There was a prototype version of the PS1 version that had the sound effects that are more in line with the other 4 versions, those being the N64, Dreamcast, PC, and Mac versions. They all have the same sound effects, where Buzz sounds the same between all of them. But in the PS1 version, it had the finalized soundtrack, or sound effects, and for whatever reason, they decided to change the hurt sound effect and the falling. I think it was just the hurt sound effect. I'd have to double check. Because in this version, when he gets hit, he goes, ow, ow. Whereas in the other versions, he goes,
Yeah.
So they changed that. So my pet theory is they got Tim Allen into the studio to record his grunts for the game. And he did the sound. But then they did a bunch of playtesting, and for whatever reason, they found that wasn't a good enough hurt sound effect. It wasn't clear enough. It wasn't clear enough to little kids. So they took one of the devs and stuck him in a booth and had him do his best Tim Allen impression, go, ow, ow, ow. Oh, and that sound effect when he's on the edge of a platform and goes, whoa! That's different. That's also different from the other version. So I think they changed that one too. So the dev did their best to do a Tim Allen impression, but it wasn't quite there. So to cover it up, they used a PlayStation-specific API to artificially deepen the other grunts to make it sound more like the ones they just recorded. That's my hypothesis. I can't prove it, and it's going to be wrong when I post the video, and John Burton's going to come into the comments and say, no, that's not what happened. But that's my best guess.
Couldn't you reach out to him before you make the video?
I think RZ did that once and asked him why the black hole glitch happened to me in the elevator hop. The famous, where are the textures?
Yes. Go ahead and play the clip.
Yes.
Where the fuck am I? Why are there no textures? Why am I in the middle of black nothingness? What the fuck happened?
In its entirety. Yeah, but he didn't get a response, so I don't know if John would actually answer me, or Mr. Burton.
Fair.
And I have to let that whole song play out.
That level complete theme is different between versions.
I'm too used to the N64, the da 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 da.
Yeah, that's the. So the title song from this version is the level complete version in the Dreamcast and N64 games.
Huh.
Woody once risked his life to save me.
Let me get that pizza boneless. That's literally what it sounds like. It's like that same quality.
And your angry eyes, just in case.
And some monkey chowder.
Monkey chowder? For what?
For the monkeys, of course!
Alright, but I don't think it'll mean the same coming from
Now that's a tasteful gay joke.
You just gotta save my pal Woody.
I'll do my best, son.
This penguin with a voice that sounds like an elderly, and he's calling him a child.
Honestly, this movie's really fucking good.
I was gonna raise that so you can tell the music in this is different from the theatrical version. It's more triumphant.
I can't tell. Like, I don't know.
Because I've seen the actual movie so many times that the soundtrack is like burned into my mind.
Ah!
Damn it.
Headphones.
Are you gonna scream into your pillow again?
No, I lost my headphone jack for a second.
Oh.
It's all good. It's like you were talking, and all of a sudden, boop! Dude, you're in Andy's neighborhood!
Mm-hmm.
You gotta jump on the giant duck.
Well, there'll be that and more.
Yes! What's your favorite level in this game?
This might be a controversial pick, but I'm gonna vote for Al's Spaceland.
I like that level.
I do too!
And then Construction Yard's like right behind it.
I don't know, honestly.
Well, if I may be permitted to talk about the game for a second.
Well, it's not Sonic, so we could talk about the game.
Yeah. I think part of the reason why, like, this game probably has the reputation as being the best movie tie-in game ever made Like, I don't think there's much competition to that title besides maybe the first Toy Story game.
Are you just talking about, like, in general movie tie-in games?
Yeah.
Because Spider-Man 2 would like to have a word.
Oh, I've never played that, but you guys
that's
notice
a good one.
Whenever the text box opens up, the screen letter boxes, so the AI upscaler thinks that it needs to stretch it vertically. I think that's what's happening, and that's why it keeps contorting.
Did you guys ever play the Tarzan game that came out?
Is that the Ubisoft one where you punch people?
Maybe you throw coconuts at people.
Which platform?
And fruit. I had it on N64.
Okay,
it's like a side scroller.
I think I rented that once when I was 5.
Dude, I had that game and it kicked my ass. It's probably not good, but I loved it when I was a kid.
Yeah, so King's showing off a special strat here, where you can basically, because what the game wants you to do is they want you to go to the Al's Toy Barn level, which is like 2 worlds away, to unlock the rocket boots. But if RC hits you in the back, he stops. So you can use that to cheese the thing and just do it in one visit, which I appreciate, because I hate it when games make me backtrack for no reason.
Yes.
But this game's actually better about that than most, because to reach the next level, you only need to find 1 token that unlocks the next level on the map, but you do need a certain total number of tokens to play that level then.
Uh-huh.
So that means that there's going to be a level coming up later where there's like 2 tokens you just can't get in a first visit. But you can like just grab a token real quick, leave the level, play the boss, and then move along to unlock what you need, and then come back. So they make it relatively painless to come back later and save the really intensive tasks for a final visit when you have all your power-ups. So